You are tuned in to the New Old Heads podcast, premiered every Thursday at noon at bringingdowntheband.com and brought to you by No Bad Ideas, Coleman Dental, Printfinity, and Team Backpack. Support the New Old Heads by visiting our Patreon at patreon.com/newoldheads.
Episode 91, the New Old Heads podcast. I am Maja 7th. I have the hard job to prove it. I want that smoke. I do make beats. Lonegevity is right in front of me with masterful Champagne malt liquor pimping glass. What's up, sir?
Doing all right.
I'm gonna need you to drink out of that throughout the show. Like, we'll fill you up whatever you need. I'm loving that glass right there.
Yeah, shouts to my grandmother. This was a score.
Yeah, shout out to Granny. Yeah, shout out to Granny for giving you that, because
nobody else wanted it. So
well, I'm very excited. So I definitely want to see you.
Granny's party.
Yeah, I need you to utilize that.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
As always, fresh to death like $1,000,000. We fight off camera, but that's my guy when we go live. DJ Jay Diff.
Salutations.
What's good, man?
I'm great.
I see you rapping for the city. Take that.
I am.
Tuesdays.
I am.
Okay.
Printfinity joint.
You know, we always shout out Printfinity. Support
Yes, sir.
your local businesses.
I got to say something real quick,
Yes,
though.
sir.
So you said my name is Maja 7th,
Uh-huh.
and I have the hard drive to prove it.
I do. And I also followed that up by making beats. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I said the beats part. I
So
do make the beats.
Beasts.
Come on, man. I've been doing this.
All right. Just,
Come on, man.
Just checking. I didn't hear that part.
Okay. I know. Are we going to start like this,
it was
man?
just
We
different.
got company, man.
It was different.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
We got company,
I mean,
man.
it's the same energy, though.
I feel you. I like that you're not fake. You keep the same energy. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yes, sir.
All
Can I
right.
go ahead now?
Go ahead.
We have special guests in the building from the Stakes is High podcast.
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
happening?
fellas.
I'm going to start here with my man, Jones. Appreciate you coming, brother. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you. Good to
gotta
have
hit
you.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Stakes is High podcast,
My
the real
man.
podcast having real conversation
My
with
man.
real people. What up, TC?
What's good?
All right.
I gotta
All
give
right.
it to her.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna let you cook. Do your thing, brother.
Alright.
And my man I don't call him TC.
Hey,
I
right,
call him
right.
T. You know what I'm saying? Is in
Oh,
the building. We go
yeah.
way,
Go back.
way back. Way back.
What's
Quick
happening?
story before we get started.
Oh, shit.
So the first drum machine I ever used, I borrowed from this man right here.
Okay.
The head of the table. This
Yeah.
guy right here.
Yeah, that's
So he plays drums. Everybody didn't know that. He gets down on the drum set, right?
funny. Yeah.
So he actually had a drum machine. He knew I was struggling playing the keyboard for playing the parts for each beat, like 4 minutes a piece, 4 minutes a piece, 4 minutes a piece, and
Piecing.
recording them into one keyboard with my little record player in the dorm room. Like, he saw all that.
Dog.
So he's
The
like,
grind from the bottom up. It was real.
he saw all that. So he's like, yo.
2001.
Yeah.
too.
So he saw that, and he's like, yo, you know I got a drum machine, right? So he let me use his drum machine, and I think it had maybe 8 pads on it, some drum samples and stuff like that. And we actually collabed and made a record together. I'm going to look and see if I can find that
That'd be
in my
crazy.
files, because we made a beat together.
It
So
was
yeah, he gave me my first drum machine. So shout out to the homie. Good to see you, brother, as always.
You too, man. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah,
I like
thank
how
you.
y'all
Appreciate it.
I like how y'all
Absolutely.
rocking the gear too, man. That's love.
Yeah.
You know, you
I
gotta,
always said if you got your own gear, you should rock it every day.
I heard
I
that.
can dig it.
I heard that.
I can
Every
damn
day.
dig it.
rep.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm not
In the
mad at that.
gym, wherever you go, you should
Yes,
have
sir.
a piece of that on.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Somebody gonna ask you what it is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yes, sir. I'm not
That's
mad
true.
at that at all. We want to make sure that we take care of everybody else that's in the building. The intern of all interns. AD, what's good, sir? Good to see you. Red August is in the building. Pay that man, even though he doesn't do anything. Pay that man. He is good at what he does. Jay Moore is around here somewhere. You can't see him. The voice of Indianapolis, Mr. Wavy Light Skinned Girls Be Loving Me Now is
You
here.
stupid.
He can't even like
He can't-
rebuttal right now.
That's the best part about it.
So
You know
he's just
what
gonna
I'm
go in on
Yeah.
because he
is
can't
con-
respond.
He is conditioned, but I still got love for him. DJ Spoolz is in the building as well. We thought we were going to be without him. His flight got canceled, so it's good to see him as well as always. If Spoolz, if you want to make any noise, we'll get that recorded as well. Pause. Okay. So episode 91, I guess we're going to go Dennis Rodman. Is that fair? Is that cool? Does anybody have anything?
Is there any other options even?
I don't even
I
think
guess
so.
you could probably do football, but yeah.
Probably be
I
like
prefer basketball.
Yeah.
probably be like a
I see where you're going with that.
probably be like a lineman or something like that. I don't know. And I know why. I see what you did. I just caught that.
Yeah.
Very consistent. We
So
appreciate you for that.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Dennis Rodman episode. I fool with the worm.
Yeah, shout out to
Dennis-
North Korea.
Hey, Dennis used to get buckets in college though.
He did.
Yeah.
He got buckets with the Pistons, low key. A little bit, 10, 11 points a night.
He was an
Nah,
athletic player.
I think he
Yeah.
averaged over 20 in college though.
Did
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the worm was cold. Yeah, he was cold.
he? One of the original bad boys.
The original Bad Boys.
OG.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump in with some music. Shout out to
Music.
North, South,
Yeah.
He
East,
got this out like
West, Memphis.
Memphis adjacent, you know.
Music.
We're gonna talk about a little
Oh,
music.
Memphis.
R. Kelly is back in the news. Dropped the jam. I admit it. I love that. 19 minutes.
19 whole minutes.
19 whole minutes
Of
So
confession.
about him basically confessing
Confessing.
to a lot of stuff in his life. Some
Yeah.
stuff, a lot of stuff I wasn't
He
aware
got
of. We talked.
19 minutes of confession.
Man,
Hey, yo,
that's
I
a
only
lot
got-
of confessing.
I only
Yeah.
got through about 10, but from what you guys told me when we were talking before we went on, there's a lot of stuff that I missed because I didn't get all the way through it. So Jones, I'm coming your way first. What were your? What did you think of that joint, man? Did you get through it completely?
Yeah, I listened to it in segments, but why are y'all surprised by 19 minutes? Trapped in the Closet was
Yeah, like 50 chapters.
yeah.
Like, you know what?
But
It's
it was
crazy.
50 chapters of like 2 minutes.
19 minutes ain't nothing.
This ain't got
compared
nothing to do with the topic at hand, but it kind of does.
Okay,
So I
that's
was
cool.
playing Black Card Revoked,
Okay,
and there's actually a card in that game that
Ask
asks
how
you
many?
how many chapters were included in Trapped in the Closet.
I couldn't tell. You said 52,
Nah, it wasn't that many.
Hell no, it's like 20 something.
20
Yeah.
something.
I can't even remember what the right answer was, but I got it wrong.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, Jones,
But,
what'd you think, man?
I think we talked about it beforehand. Sorry
Yep.
about that. But it was almost like I felt sorry for him, man. You know what I mean? It was like like I think we said earlier,
Come on, T.
it was almost like a suicide. It was a suicide letter, you know. But
Yeah.
I learned some things. I mean, I never knew he was, he couldn't read and having his
Me neither.
not having his music, the rights to his music and everything. But I think it was 3 years too late.
3 years too late.
Yeah.
So you're saying he could have come out with this 3 years ago and then dropped another
We
record? and it
probably
would have
would
been
have.
cool.
Yeah, we would have believed it.
Okay.
Why
you know.
3 years? Why is 3 years significant?
I don't know. I gave the 3. Maybe 4. I like that. I like that.
I'm
number
about to
4.
say,
I
I'm
like
about
that
to say
number 4.
thank you for that.
No, I like that number 4. That's
that.
some alpha stuff. But
It's all good. Okay.
yeah,
Shout
but,
out to the Alphas. We see you. Shout out to the Alphas. We
But
see
yeah,
you.
I mean, it was terrible. I mean, he was just telling he was just saying a lot of stuff we already knew, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
T, jump in, man. What you think?
I made it through
Come
like
on, man. Be cool, man.
I made it through like 5 minutes and 48 seconds of that joint. And I was
Yes,
like, I
sir.
can't do this. After I cut it off after the I like older women. Yeah, I like younger women.
Be honest,
and
man.
I'm a pedophile, and that's supposed to make me a pedophile. That's crazy. Whatever he said, something along them lines. But
So you
wasn't-
didn't hear the whole
wasn't
thing?
going.
You
You
didn't hear
wasn't
the whole
going?
thing?
Huh?
You didn't hear the whole thing?
No, I got to like 5 minutes. and
Y'all in the same boat. then.
Yeah, I'm about 10 minutes in. I said, this
Yeah, I
this
was
is
like-
foolishness. I'm cool.
It's not even a good song.
No, it's a terrible song.
It's like
I don't think it was supposed to be a good song.
It's not. I don't even want to hear him like whining and whatever he doing, like melodic talking and trying to explain himself. I'm
Shout out to
cool.
melodic talking. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Jay
I
Diff.
can get with that.
Jay Diff, give it to me, man. What'd you think, man?
I think what R. Kelly is doing is trying to savor whatever career he has left and pull
Okay.
people back in.
Okay.
So it's almost like he has to address something, and he figured out, let me go ahead and try to get some coin while I'm explaining myself because I don't get any publishing anyway. I might as well try to figure out some kind of way to get
Which
some
blew
money.
my mind that he does it on his
That's
publishing.
crazy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like that
That's
he didn't
sad.
have anybody with him.
To your point, when we were talking prior to coming on, I believe I could fly alone. He'd be straight.
Man, he'd be straight off that one song.
Yeah, he'd be straight.
Straight.
Cause I remember that joint on the Space Jam soundtrack.
Yeah.
So
I was
you
going to ask.
yeah.
That was my
Mhm.
quiz.
So yeah, that was on the Space Jam
Yeah,
soundtrack.
yeah,
So I
for
already knew, like, that was Mike attached to it. So his
Yeah,
publishing would
man.
have been stupid.
Stupid. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that he even had to make a song like that.
Yeah.
19 minutes long. I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost as long as one of the Kanye releases. Just one song.
Lone, you got anything on
Nope.
He busting shots. He busting shots.
Hey, did R. Kelly,
Kanye my guy though, but
did R. Kelly write for Michael Jackson?
You know what?
I don't know.
have.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I don't know which record, but it sound. I
The
believe
joint that Butterflies was on. I know Floetry wrote Butterflies, but
Floetry or Marcia Ambrosius.
you
You're not alone.
okay,
Thank you,
okay.
Jay Moore. Yeah,
Come on, he got to get money off that.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think
Gotta
he's
get
getting
money off
nothing.
That's sad when you think about it because the amount of bread he could be receiving still to this day off those joints.
Right.
How long ago were those joints?
Man.
We talking what?
It's 30 years now.
I
almost.
mean,
well,
he said 30.
25.
He said
25,
30. He's
30.
been in the game 30. That's what he said on the song. And I think it was due to, he said he was dyslexic. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Which I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well,
And he said he
I didn't
couldn't
know.
read. So, come on. I mean,
Is
you
it
got lawyers, man. Come on.
I guess
Is
it's
it
just
true?
I mean,
I'm gonna say that shit true, man.
I believe it.
but if
You
he's
Might
believe you
be.
can fly too, then don't you?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
So was he freestyling all these songs that he
that's
was
right.
making?
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
He
guess,
just was
man.
Oh man.
He was on his Jay
This
Z
is
shit
how I
for real.
feel.
I can say all that about one, man.
Yeah.
Cussing. All
Yeah.
right. Let's
Hey,
make
man.
sure.
We
See
let
the
you-
camera on video. Oh, we could curse? Fuck all you bitches. Yeah. All right. let's
Shout
make
out to Harlem. We see you.
I mean, does it so? Even if it is 3 years too late, like
Yeah.
that's only. I mean, it's still fuck R. Kelly for a lot of people.
I mean, it is, but
for a lot of people.
for a lot of people, for a lot of people,
a lot of
it
people,
ain't.
it's-
I mean,
it's
he
not
was
too.
he was just in Indianapolis, Indiana, performing at Banker's Life last year.
So do you
Really?
think? So do you think that if?
Is it sold out?
I
Don't do that,
believe
man.
so.
For real?
So you think that if you dropped this 3 years earlier, then a lot of those people on the fence would be
Would have come home by
would
now.
have come home on the
Yeah.
other side. You think
Yeah.
is that kind of what you're thinking?
That's,
Man,
that's what I'm thinking.
I'll
The
say
same
this.
exact song? No.
My guy Cheat says we don't stay mad long.
That's
That's-
true.
And that's my
true.
point.
That's
So-
true. That's
my
true.
point.
Yeah.
I mean,
We forgive. We forgive. Us
Yeah.
cultures, like if you think of hip hop and like R&B, we forgive
mhm.
pretty quick. Their next hot track is your forgiveness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
T
Look,
is,
dog, I
T
think,
is definitely not
I think,
going.
I mean, I
think
don't
R.
go.
Kelly was done like
Right.
after TP2.com.
Wow, you lost some of our listeners.
Hey,
They don't
they
know
buy.
about that album.
He said bye.
You lost. You
That
lost
was
some
it,
people.
On
dog.
paper, he was supposed to be done after
was like-
TP2.com.
and he
I
wasn't.
love this.
He wasn't.
I love
was
this.
not.
This is amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He got the chalice.
Yeah.
Pimpin'
Make sure you
since pimpin',
full,
pimpin'.
man.
After TP2.com, he ain't quite. I
Yeah.
think that's when he went Pied Piper mode and was wearing the Zorro mask. He was downhill.
That
After
one album
that's
though that
enough
he
of it ever
dropped
since.
actually wasn't Double Up was
Double Up.
not a bad album.
In hindsight, calling yourself the Pied Piper.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
man.
It's not a
With
good
mask
look.
and all that. That's not a good look in hindsight.
You know what? I think the reason why
saying?
he had to address it now is because that whole cult following and
Yes.
and
Yeah.
the case with the young lady last year. I think her
A
parents were
couple
saying
situations. Say
that he
these
was
are
holding her
sex
hostage or
slaves.
Oh, in the
saying-
cribs?
Yeah.
Assisted living?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
in
That's what we
the
can
cribs
call
that
it.
he's
Is that what it's
renting.
called?
We'll call it assisted living.
Yeah,
I'm
That's
trying to,
fucked up, man.
I'm trying to clean it up for Kels though. We'll call it assisted living.
Why? Why
Yeah,
would
well,
you do
we ain't
that?
gotta
Why would
clean
you
it
do
up.
I
that?
feel bad for him with the reading
No.
part, man.
That-
No,
Stop.
stop. Okay.
reading is
doesn't-
fundamental. It is.
Man,
Like just
sorry.
because you can't read doesn't mean you don't process other stuff.
That's a
Right,
good
right.
point. He
You,
know better.
you feel bad
better
for
like-
Floyd?
Huh?
You feel bad for
can't
Floyd?
read?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
He walk around with a backpack of
that's
cash.
a good. That's a
Bruh,
good point.
he just
got like
spent
a million in the
19 mil on a watch.
and
come
couldn't
on.
even write the post when he was trying to diss 50.
But
He
he-
probably was hyped when dude was writing it though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, we got him. We got him.
Hey, why do you think that we do forgive so easy?
I don't know, man.
Music is powerful, man. Music is very.
It's not
powerful.
even just music,
It's
though.
hard for me to speak because I don't really forgive motherfuckers like that.
He's been consistent since I've
So,
known him.
I mean, like that type of shit. It's hard for me to I have a hard time separating the music from the person. That's just who I am.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, that's
you
cool.
a shitty person. I don't want to support you.
That's just
Yeah.
pretty much
Yeah.
what it is. You
And
know, I
he's
mean,
always been that
especially
way.
nowadays, like
he has.
like
I mean, I used to hear stories literally in high school about girls saying they knew R. Kelly. And I used to be like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dead serious. We be on the bus stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Yep.
get the fuck out of here. Till happened to
They
be fucking
probably
true.
know him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we hold on to our heroes like I asked you guys earlier
That
about,
nigga ain't my hero.
about
Come on, man.
Nah,
Come
but what
on,
I'm-
man.
nah, but
Come on. Come on, T. Come
I'm
on,
just
man.
saying.
but you forgiving Mike
Mike who?
Jackson.
Mike didn't
Michael
have
ain't my
any
hero
hard.
either.
He didn't have any like anything that stuck on him. Really, he
But
was
what-
paying people off.
But let me clear it up with TC. I'm not saying he's our personal hero, but as a culture,
Yeah.
we put him in. You
Who,
know what I
Mike?
mean?
Oh, yeah.
you
Culture
know what I mean?
icon. No question.
Culture icon. That's
No
what
question.
I mean. Not,
No
you know what I
question.
mean?
we had this conversation once too because it's hard. It's different when it's in the past And you already have that established
Yeah.
connection, and then all of a sudden, later years down the line, it pops up. You know, like Cosby.
Cosby is a
It's
great
different.
example.
It's different when you've been living with it for R. Kelly the whole time. You know, like
we grew up on Hillman. You know what I'm saying? Like we grew up on different world and Cosby and all that.
I feel like
so.
you've had plenty of chances to leave R. Kelly at this point.
I always say some of our greatest heroes missed the social media.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
That's a good point.
Because if you hear about like Martin Luther King, some of the negative is that he had a lot of women.
Facts.
Yeah.
If he lived in the Instagram, you know what I mean? You'd have been like, yo, poor 𝐶𝐿𝐴, you know. What I mean?
TMZ.
yeah.
TMZ.
we
And
might
you,
have.
you hear the stories about
Martin
Michael
have been
Jordan
done.
being
Yeah.
a terrible
Right.
tipper and how rude he
Or
was.
J. Cole might have just wrote a song for him.
yeah.
And all is forgiven.
Wow. Well said.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin's
I mean, we'll see, man, because I can't wait to see what happens with how the reactions, because they're going to come. People were talking about it at my gig today, like, oh, my God, girl, you see 𝐀𝐿's was, I feel so much better now. I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you feel? What?
For what?
He trying, like he said, he doesn't get any
Thank
publishing.
you.
He needs to
appreciate
make
it.
some money, so he needs to come to your city, and he needs you to have a reason to come sing.
Just say.
Well, you know,
Right,
man.
right. I mean, people gonna be ignorant. People like being ignorant. So that's what it
Nah,
is.
people
Play-
going to support
Hey,
him.
play it again for him so he can hear that. We call
Oh,
people
that's
clowns
what
on
it
here.
said. That's what that thing to say, bro.
All right, so let's jump to something a little bit closer to home. So over Black Expo weekend, Coach K, the mastermind.
Right.
I mean, this dude has a roster.
Migos.
Say what you want.
Finds
I
talent.
Yeah.
can't name Migos, Lil Yachty. We call him Lil Water Vessel,
Jeezy was one of his first.
Jeezy.
Gucci.
Gucci. So he's been connected or tied to a lot of
Cardi B is the
Huge.
newest.
she's
Lil
a new
Baby.
signing. What is their brand? What is their
QC,
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 quality control.
Quality control.
So he says he was doing an interview with the Black Expo Summer Celebration, and
Yeah.
he says, "I think that's one of my duties right now." He says, "I want to help one break from here. We haven't had one. There's Babyface in R&B in the R&B world, and we haven't had a mainstream hip hop artist. Now,
Does
From Nap.
Babyface
Nap.
even claim Indianapolis?
He got a highway
does.
here.
I
You know
think-
who
I
else
think he
doesn't?
does.
You know
he
who
says
else?
he's Atlanta, man.
Who else?
You know who else
I
doesn't
think he
claim?
does stay in Atlanta.
You know who else doesn't
I see
claim
where you going.
Indianapolis?
Who else don't claim Indianapolis?
The guy that was on the panel with him.
Hey.
Wow.
Shouts to Real James.
Well said. He
Oh, he
does not
doesn't.
claim Indianapolis.
You lying?
Yeah,
Nah.
he doesn't claim
I've
Indianapolis.
hardly ever heard Babyface. I
What
always
you
see him
mean?
claim
What
Atlanta.
where he say he
Oh
from?
yeah. Matter of fact,
He said I think
New
he said he
York.
was from New York.
Yeah, and
Ro
he was,
James?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he was hating on coaches. Low key.
He was.
What?
Yeah,
High
we-
key. He was hating
yeah.
on coaches.
High key. He was hating on
Yeah.
coaches.
He didn't even go to coaches, but
Yeah. First of all, he was there too early to see how it really popped, so he walked out distant
Yeah.
like it wasn't popping. We
Folks
know
over
better.
here be capping for Ro James so hard too.
Hey.
He don't cap
he ain't
for that.
riding with us.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he might have claimed
That's how I feel about Babyface,
Indianapolis
man.
on
Oh.
that panel, but
So you think Babyface doesn't rock with Indianapolis either?
Man, every time I've seen him, I've heard him speak of Atlanta.
Wow.
I've never heard him say Indianapolis.
Hmm.
Not on a national platform. Like when he was here,
Yeah.
you know, at Expo or something like
Right.
that. But
Yeah.
I've never I've never seen, and that's kind of like going to where you was gonna say, man. I think like I think the acts that you're saying and what you speak of, you know, with Coach K, I think everyone was hot where they were from. Who's hot here that we'd be like, yo, play that,
Yep.
and we ride with them like Indianapolis.
Right.
Does Indianapolis have one of those guys?
I think there's a couple of dudes. I think Draco could probably. I think with Coach K behind him, I think Draco McCoy could probably pop like that.
Yeah.
I
He has
think,
a material. I think he has a material.
Serious
that-
Black.
Sirius Black absolutely
Yeah.
could, but I don't know. Like if you look at Coach K's roster at the same time too, Sirius is an eclectic artist that has a different type of appeal.
Yeah.
But he's dope. But I
Yeah.
think Draco has that type of
same kind of energy.
same time energy as quality control people do.
Yeah.
T, I'm coming your way. What do you think this is realistic?
And he's unique.
Do you think this
So.
is realistic? The idea of Coach K actually coming back to try to find some local talent or actually invest in someone here. Is this realistic? Do you think this would actually happen?
I'm not tapped into like the indie
I feel you.
music
Okay.
scene, like the
Amazing.
local artists. You know what I
Amazing.
mean? Oh.
Sorry, that's amazing.
No, go ahead.
I damn
I
near
hope
want
you
to.
enjoyed
Let
it.
me get some.
I need to.
I got you. Go ahead, talk, brother. I got you.
Ding ding ding.
I didn't realize there was so much in this.
Yeah, you got
you
you're
got
gonna
busy.
be fucked up after that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice night.
Can this happen?
It's
Do you think
swishing
he would come back and try to
I don't
find
know.
someone?
I mean, do I think he he really gonna do it, or he just talking shit?
That's
Basically.
the question. Yeah, that's the question.
Does he just say
He
that because
gotta
he's here?
walk it like he talk it.
I like
Right,
that.
right,
I like
right,
that.
right. Stupid.
But nah,
I don't know. I don't know if he's talking. If he just, I don't know.
Right.
sound
He
good.
may not.
I
It sounds
myself
right.
don't believe it.
Sounds good.
I don't buy it. I don't buy that he'll come back and actually start a headquarters here and try to actually invest in Indianapolis. I don't buy it.
It's a Shark Tank effect, man.
We'll see.
And what I mean by that, the Shark Tank effect, when you watch Shark Tank, the show,
Yeah.
they like, yo, what have you done?
Mm.
How many, you know what I mean? Like they want to know what you've been working. And I'm like, when you said the name,
Right.
you know what I mean?
That's fair. I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it.
Yeah, I'm curious. I feel like Indianapolis is on the verge of a lot. There's a lot of really, really dope talent that is just missing somebody like a Coach K or somebody that's got that type of quote unquote clout
Influence.
Yeah.
and influence to really kind of put the stamp on somebody. And there are a handful of artists that are really, really talented from here. And Sirius is one of them. He's actually my favorite artist from here.
Word.
But I feel like Draco's social media, his he is. I think he's in that position. He's that type of artist to where like people around here fuck with him.
Yeah.
He's actually got a fan base here. Debo would maybe be one, but of course not anymore. Or Lil E, or
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
anymore.
Dude has a huge
They
following.
both,
They both
Yeah.
is kind of a rap, I guess.
Yeah.
for a minute at least.
Only cat I know here is Mr. Mills.
Who?
I don't even know who
I don't
that is.
even know what that is.
He just got some pub though. I don't know.
Uh,
him.
Nah, he
Cut
on
that-
the battle.
cut that check,
He's
brother.
stupid. He on the battle rap scene.
Oh, okay.
Is he
But
nice?
he a cat. He nice. He is.
Yeah?
Nice. He a cat from the crib. We went to school together. So.
Oh, okay.
But
Major, why you say
that's
no?
it.
What you mean to Coach K?
Yeah.
I just don't see someone actually coming here to Indianapolis and spending enough time to. I think so, and don't quote me on this. Someone said that he wanted to set up some sort of a location here.
Well, it
or
was in
headquarters
the
or something
article.
Like
It kind of said something like a hub of some
that. A hub,
kind.
yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
Um,
It's hard for me to believe that Coach K is going to set up a hub of some sort here and actually start looking at trying to find.
I mean, you
the
really
dope
don't know
talent.
what that means, though.
That's so broad.
You know,
I
I mean,
mean,
because
why-
that can just mean that
He's
he's
gotta-
here on the low. You really don't even know what he's doing, but he here shaking and moving.
Could be.
It's
just
not.
gotta-
It's not like I got this hub where everybody gets to come politic and I get to watch what you do. You know what I'm saying?
I'll shake everybody's hand if I'm wrong. Again, I'm just telling you my opinion, my gut.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
why-
tells me
why
that
do-
it's not gonna happen.
Why won't he?
I just
why
don't
don't
see-
you think he would?
I never see anybody do it. I never see anybody coming back
Because of
here.
what?
That with the talent disparity in terms of
City?
what we have. We have the talent here. To his point, I know tons of people that are cold here, but are they going to invest the time to actually come here? No, and I don't even if it's just him not wanting to come back to the crib. He truly doesn't believe there's no buzz. Maybe the artists don't have a big enough buzz for him to take enough time to do it. I can't put my hand on it, but I just don't believe it. Maybe it's the buzz.
I think-
Maybe he thinks there's not someone here that has a big enough buzz that deserves his time and effort.
Maybe he
that's
doesn't
what it
know
is.
though.
Yeah. I think
But you got to come back to find out.
I think with Indianapolis, what happens is there's not a platform that these artists take their music to blow up. So, like, what's the first thing we hear in Atlanta? Take your music to the strip club and it's
True.
going to go crazy.
True.
There's not a platform here to where we say, yo, where can I go hear
Mhm.
the local artist that's buzzing? They do it in Houston. They do it in Atlanta. Like
Right.
a lot of
That's a
places
fact.
like that, it's when
Take
the
That
music blows
Tuesdays.
up. You know what I mean?
Man.
So,
Say that.
Say that. Say that.
Straight up.
We actually talked about this at the build that we do every
Yeah.
third Thursday at with the 𝐀𝐄𝐲 Institute.
Plug that.
But it's a community forum. But we actually talked about the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. About creating that, within the community and artists and playlists and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Because if we go to Atlanta, I'll be like, hey, y'all want to hit the strip club?
Yeah.
Right.
And then you're going to hear that local artist like,
Yeah.
what is that? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
it's
you're
just
Lil
it's in
Baby.
the culture.
It's their culture.
Yeah.
You know
Don't
what I mean?
start, man. Don't start, man.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you guys a question. I know you're going to move. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, brother. Go
But
ahead.
I'm doing my thing. But
I ain't mad at you.
I'm
Cook.
sorry.
I'm saying you cook.
But no,
Go
but it
ahead.
goes back to the conversation we're having.
We see you, AD. I see you. No, it's not. Good job, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead. He
But
running
no-
for a different reason. I saw you. I was with you. Go ahead.
But no, but going back to the conversation, if you guys look at your stats of the podcast,
Yep.
is Indianapolis your major
Well,
listens?
no, not anymore.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
where
No,
I'm
I
going?
know
You
exactly
see
where
I'm
you're
going?
going.
Yeah, so-
because
exactly.
ours,
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, it just
ahead, Lon.
it just depends. It's just like music.
Yep.
When we put music out, it's the same way. It's the locality effect of we're what, the 13th biggest city in the States or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
crazy.
So we're a big city, but we're not in LA, we're not in Chicago, we're not in New York. So we don't have that type of market.
Yep.
You know, we think about the Bay, you got all the cities in the Bay. You got Oakland, San Francisco,
Oh, yeah.
Vallejo, Richmond, all that
Oh, yeah.
stuff. We got Avon and Carmel, and you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
different.
They
So
don't even count.
Yeah.
right, exactly.
True.
So it's I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but yeah, we're just not as big of a market, and we haven't created it yet. It hasn't. It's not. We don't look to it as that. But until we get our mindset, I think, around the fact that we are a big enough city to be that.
Yeah.
Then maybe that is maybe it's as simple as a Coach K.
and that's
Maybe it's as simple as some other artist blowing up some other way, or something that we don't even know.
That's
I
one
don't-
thing he did say though.
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
will point that out.
Yes, sir.
He was talking about how how everybody's always in such a hurry to move to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They think that the floodgates are going to open for them as soon as they get there, and
It's not
everything's going to be
happen.
laid out on a gold platter for them, and you're
Yep.
going to make it. He was pretty much saying that don't think that moving to Atlanta is going to solve everything, because
Right.
these people in Atlanta have their own artist communities, and they're pushing
Absolutely.
them people,
Yeah.
yes.
and they're pushing people from Atlanta.
That's exactly
You know
what we
what I'm
do here
saying?
too. So,
And we're in the age now where one of the good things about social media and the internet is you don't have to be in all these areas.
Right.
You can drop something right now that'll spread over the whole country
Facts.
in one day,
right,
Yeah.
right.
maybe even sooner than that.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all seen it happen. So it's just about cultivating your artistry and being good at what you do, and
Being
having
consistent.
a team with you that knows how to push you.
But do you still have to have a buzz in your city?
Yes and no.
Because if you come home, that's where you're supposed to be like, I'm home.
it just depends on what artist you talk. I mean, there are artists that have done things here,
Yep.
that have appeared to be big elsewhere,
Right.
but nobody here knows them. I'm not going to call any people out.
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Where's he from? Fort Wayne?
He from Marion.
Marion. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no one knows he's from.
Right.
You think he's
Shout
from
out
New
to
York?
Marion.
He holds a Guinness Book of World Records
Yeah.
for rapping.
But you
right?
think he's from New York?
Yeah.
The thing about Atlanta that I've always the South period, not Atlanta, the South period. To me, what makes it such a place to go to is everybody down there rocks with everybody. Like there's no crabs in the barrel mentality in the South. To me, everybody pushes. When I start seeing outcasts and people like that get on features with other people, like how many times have you
They
seen?
were all Atlanta artists. So let
That's
me
what I'm
ask you
saying,
this.
though. But I think that's dope.
That is
I
dope.
think
But let
that's
me
dope.
ask you this. If we're all moving as a unit here
Uh-huh.
and we're the spot, we're Indianapolis,
Mm-hmm.
everybody keeps coming to Indianapolis trying to get on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we're going to help push this guy from
Exactly.
somewhere else?
That's a good
Exactly.
point. That's a
know
good
what I'm saying?
point.
Think of Minneapolis. Minneapolis has a huge hip hop culture with rhyme sayers up
Yeah.
there, and it was literally pushed by rhyme sayers.
Yeah.
Slug or Atmosphere, underground artists for those. But but now tons of artists. They got the Soundset Festival that's popping every year, Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
They have a huge hip hop culture there. They created it. They have a massive community around it.
Yeah.
So we can do that here. We see the
I mean, we
infrastructure.
are doing
we
it,
literally
really.
we literally are doing it.
Yes, sir.
So
Talk that talk. We are.
we're
Hey.
literally doing it, and even with Treese is
Yeah.
like the hip hop festival. Now it's in its 4th year. It's growing. Now we have 2 major headliners with Black Moon and Valet.
I always say that wrong. How we say it? Valet.
Yeah.
You're old enough to know.
Now,
Thank you,
now,
sir.
Granted, but
Hey, but we're
Or young enough, I should say.
But if you think about it, we're missing something that outside of hip hop. we're doing it right now. The Stakes is High is on, you know, New Old Heads.
sure.
Yeah.
Drunken Nights. We're doing an
Right.
event with the Drunken Nights. I mean, because we can't leave out this podcast.
Right.
This podcast thing is huge. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
sadly, there are guys in the city that's in the podcast world that,
And they ain't gonna
They
link
don't-
up with you.
That's true.
Oh, no question.
That's
and it's
true.
sad. You know
That's-
what
that's
I'm
true.
saying?
We've
Yeah.
always had love for y'all and the Drunken Nights, especially.
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
went over to record them. We had microphone issues and stuff. I still owe them one.
Yeah.
Like it's not about that. We've always been pro collab. Like
Oh, yeah.
we go back. Like I thought it was dope when I heard he was doing the Stakes. I'm like, yo, this is cold. I want to push this. I'm trying to promote my man. That's just
Yeah.
we built that way.
Right.
Everybody's
right.
not built that way.
And that's
though.
that's how it starts, and that's how it
That's how
continues.
it
And we
continues.
just have to be proactive and intentional about actually doing those things, just like community building. That's essentially what we're doing. We're building
Right.
a community. So
And that's where it starts, like you said.
Word,
So-
word. I want to pay some bills real quick. Shout out to Coleman Dental, 317-255-8546. Make sure you get your teeth is right. Printfinity is in the building. Support your local businesses. They got some good heat. Bringingdowntheband.com is always the hub. I love this glass. Thank
So
you for
that's
doing
a
this.
chalice, sir.
shouts to the
A
champagne.
chalice.
Thank you.
I
Shout
love
out.
this glass.
Shouts
Thank
to
you.
shouts to
Thank you for-
Paps. Paps,
yeah.
if y'all want to holler at us, I'll drink out this every week.
Word. Get that bread.
I don't think they even around anymore.
Hold
Paps
on,
Blue Ribbon.
Hold on,
Oh,
man.
Paps were ri-
Hold on,
That's
let me-
actually the
For
old.
sure
yeah.
they are.
Pay the rest of these bills real quick.
I'm
No
sorry.
bad-
I'm sorry. I'm
bad.
sorry.
No
my
bad
bad.
ideas. Shout out to No Bad Ideas. ID's line. They always take care of us.
I gotta go visit them.
Yeah, we got to go see them. Nice camouflage joint here. They always lace us. And Team Backpack as well. We appreciate you guys as well. We got a chance to collab with them. So good looking out with them as well. But, Red August. I'm
August.
sorry. Yeah. Pay that man at Red August, man. I'm sorry.
He threw his, he threw his
He
hands
said,
up.
"Stop messing up his set, man." You know.
He like,
Did he put his hand in front of the camera? Yo, goofy. Stop, man.
Call me. Shout
All
me
right.
out.
So, T, I'm coming your way on this one, okay?
Oh shit.
You
Because-
smoke crack, don't you?
You seem to you seem to have an opinion, a heavy opinion on Chance. He said you got mad at me when I said it was 1 of 4. So Chance dropped 4 records
Yeah.
right, since
Did
the
he?
last time we met.
Is it any good?
Did you
I
say,
like-
oh, did he?
I like one of them. Yeah, don't do that long. So he dropped 65th at Ingleside. He dropped I Need Security, Workout, and I think it's called Walla Cam.
Walla.
I don't
Is
know.
it all
I don't-
gospel
Wow.
juke music?
Stop, man. Stop.
Gospel
man.
juke.
Oh, you
Stop.
don't like Chance?
I like acid rap Chance.
That's right.
Oh.
I like creative Chance. I don't like corny Chance. And Chance,
So you don't like
You
you don't like
corny now.
you don't like commercial Chance.
You missed
listen.
out on I Need Security. T, talk to me about the 4 records.
I was at the coloring book day. I saw that. It was
No,
kinda neat.
but-
But coloring book.
I know it was
You
whack.
went to the event.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
whack.
yeah.
Oh, at the
Chicago. When
Sox
Kanye-
Stadium joint
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Guarantee Rate.
Yeah. T, talk to me about the
I was
4
mad
records
I
though.
missed
You
that.
you got mad at me when I said I like only I Need Security and the rest of them was cool.
The-
Give me your opinion.
the-
Break it down for me.
The reason I said that is because I liked all 4 equally. I think they were all equally solid. I didn't think that just, especially I Need Security. I Need Security's dope.
I like
I
that
think
one.
I think I Need Security. He gave his best bars.
Yeah.
Like he was like, you heard he said,
Yeah.
you know,
You sound aggressive on that record. Yeah.
you
sound
heard he
aggressive.
saying. But then the other jams, you know what I mean, they, you know.
I think you
Do
really
you,
like
do you,
Walla
do you
Cam.
expect aggressive from Chance though?
Stop, man.
No, I mean I like Chance's
No.
creativity. I
No,
like
that's a good question. That's a
you
good
know like I
question,
like
yeah.
the fact that he is different. Nobody sounds like Chance.
Honestly though, I'm just
but
messing around.
hearing him aggressive is
I
interesting.
actually
he's
thought that
not
was
really
dope, though.
He's not it's not really aggressive, but he just was giving good bar. You know, he's
But for
he's
him,
a little
though,
more animated usually.
That's
I see,
okay.
okay.
There
He's
you
a little
go.
more
There you go.
animated.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, on that track, he was. I was
So-
like, ugh,
So I'm gonna hold you to the fire.
Okay,
If
yeah,
you,
yeah,
If
yeah.
you had to pick one, T, if you had to pick one record out of the 4 that dropped, and you were to say, okay, this is the jam, this is the one. Which record is the one that you pick?
it would have to be between the
No. I don't want in between. I want the joint that you are gonna put the bread up against. This is gonna be the one out
That's
of the
easy.
4 records.
What am I gonna like?
What is he gonna like?
Oh,
Think
that's
about
easy.
him. What are you gonna play for him
He's
to bring
not.
him on home?
He's not gonna go
He
home
isn't,
with the
is he?
security track.
Right.
Oh, you've heard it then.
T,
I was gonna say, man, I like the Ingleside joint.
you like Ingleside?
I love the Ingleside
I
joint.
was cool on it.
I
That
love
one was
the
that one's
Ingleside joint.
probably the least of the 4.
Jones,
That's what,
I would
what
say.
somebody else said.
Jones.
but
I was
don't agree.
I was talking to Jones before we went on. I just didn't rock with that one, man. It's cool. It's cool.
Come on, man.
It's cool.
It's cool. Shout out to Gris. It's
Hey.
cool,
Yeah.
but
It was that new Chance kind of cadence,
A lot of
type.
singing, extra
Yeah.
singing chants.
Yeah.
He kind of loses me on that.
but-
man.
That's it.
That's how, I mean, when I first got put on the Chance was when
Yes,
he
sir.
dropped Juice.
Okay.
And so when he dropped Juice, I mean, that's what thirsty. You know, he was coming out with that singy shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I feel
He
you.
in the
I
middle
feel
of
you.
Times Square, like doing a little, you know what I mean, singing and
Doing the
dancing. You know, all that shit. And, you know, I was like, who the fuck is this cat? You know what I mean? And so that's what caught me about Chance. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So, you know what I mean? The Ingleside, he doing a little awkward singing, whatever he doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a
I'm
real
with it.
block, by
And
the
then
way.
some bars. Yeah.
Jones, I think we were pretty much on the same. I said I was 1 for 4. Did you
Nah.
say, were you more than 1 for 4?
3 for 4.
3 for 4. Oh. Well,
Okay.
Ooh.
3 for 4.
That's a
I'm
good
on
batting
4.
average.
It is.
Yeah. It's decent, man. I think I've always been the balance of Chance. I've always liked more rap than singing. Although
I
he
would
sung
agree.
in a lot of it, but the balance of it, like I think he lost me when it went to more singing on,
Yeah,
on
that's-
a couple
that's-
of them. I was like,
You know,
yeah.
I think he's talented though.
He
I
did the
I
same
think he's
thing about
talented.
Drake album though.
See,
you
here
don't like
you
the
go,
second
man.
disc.
Well.
What's up with y'all, man?
Drake 14 tracks I'd have been good.
Yeah.
I don't mind a little bit of the singing, dog.
I'm not gonna give you a name. I'm not gonna give you a singer name because I messed up
Yeah.
last.
long as you
I ain't
could
gonna
do
do
it. Long
You
as
know
it
what?
sounds
Christopher
good.
Williams was here this past weekend too.
He was here.
I
I
should
saw
have told
I
him.
saw that.
You was gonna
I
tell
should've
him I
told him what you
disrespected him
said.
with Drake.
Should have told him what you said.
Always telling Red August. You always telling.
Who always
man.
telling?
You ain't always telling. I'm just playing, man. Calm down.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. I ain't gonna put
Okay.
you out there like that.
Yeah.
Was you gonna tell him though?
About you saying
co-
that Drake sound like him.
Yeah, I call it the Christopher Williams side. You was gonna tell him?
He's just light skinned. It's not the same.
All right, so check this out. I want to come back to T on this one. I'm putting the pressure on you,
I
brother.
see, man. What's up?
Do we want to hear a Kanye produced 7-track EP with Chance?
Oh, fuck no. Sorry.
Because the rumors are floating around that they have one in the works.
Yeah. I don't.
Chance said on an interview with the local station in Chicago
He
that
did.
Kanye has been home. Like he's been back in his shop.
Yeah,
They've been
fly to the
working.
city. Yeah,
So
work with him.
do we need that?
Maybe that's
Who,
that.
who did these for? Do you know who produced those for?
I couldn't.
I'll look it up
couldn't find the
while
right. I
y'all-
couldn't find the
I'll look
tracks,
this
but
up.
the producers. I'm sorry, but do we need that?
The reason I'm going to say no
Okay.
is because he gave his best beats to Tiana Taylor.
Mm.
High five. I like it,
You know,
Tiana Taylor.
It was a real
I like
solid
it.
He gave
project.
his best beats to
High
Tiana
five,
Taylor. I was
yeah.
like, you should have gave these beats to Nas.
Yeah, I like the Tiana
He should
Taylor.
have. He
I said
should
that on
have.
here.
I don't know if it would've fit.
Evidently had a.
I don't know if it
beat
would've
that was
fit, though.
banging.
No,
It
A
would've
couple of those though. A
couple
couple
of them joints would
No,
have went.
man.
Not work this.
Rose,
pussy.
Right.
You know what I'm
Rose in
saying?
Harlem.
Not that.
He probably
Work
would
this
have blacked
pussy.
out
Work
over
this-
that.
Yeah, Rose
Come on,
Rose in Harlem.
It's a
was
couple
hard.
tracks on there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can definitely hear
What's
Nas spitting
what's
over
the name
this.
of Chance's new project? What's it called?
Well, he
It's not
just
even
dropped
a
4
project.
records.
Just 4 songs.
He
Yeah,
just dropped
yeah.
4 records. Yeah.
So what's your
So that's
question?
why I
What's
say
your-
that.
My
you know what
question
I'm
is,
saying?
do we want? Is there any anticipation, or are we eager to hear a Kanye Chance collab for a 7-track EP?
The 7-track.
Do we even want that? Is
No.
it? I'm cool myself on it. I'm cool. What do you
Yeah.
think, Jones? What you think?
Yeah, I'm riding with it.
You riding with it?
Yeah.
You listen to it? You be excited about it?
Excitement. I don't know about excitement.
Okay.
Definitely
Gonna listen.
I'm listening.
I'll run it. I ain't gonna
I'm
front like I
rocking.
wouldn't run it. I'll
I'm
play it.
rocking
I
because
It's not fair. I mean,
I
we
played
have to
all of
listen.
his shit.
what's what's
the
the track on
continuous play.
Pablo though?
It's probably trash. Whatever it was.
Oh,
Father
my
stretch his
brother,
hands
man.
with Chance.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well,
Father-
okay.
Y'all
well,
didn't like that?
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
Father,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
The beat
So,
was cold.
I mean,
Yeah.
if that's an introduction of what they can do together,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride with it.
Yeah.
I
You
can
know what I
appreciate
mean?
that.
I can see that. I can see that.
T,
This-
how you feel, man? What's
If,
up,
if they
man?
give you that,
Yeah, but that wasn't just them. That means Kirk Franklin. Who else was on that
It
shit?
don't
Like
matter.
4 or 5 people on
Yeah.
that fucking song.
but it's still
So it ain't
was-
just like Chance and Kanye. It's like it ain't just like a them two track. Like Father stretch his hands. It's like 4 people on that track.
But I mean, it still was Chance and Kanye. I'm just saying.
Chance had a lot to do with that last album, actually.
in terms of
That's
the
With Ye or
production
With
and writing?
Ye, well, not Ye's last album, but
Pablo.
Life of
Pablo?
Pablo.
Yeah.
Chance had a lot to do with that album.
Yeah.
You could hear it all
could hear
over it.
You can hear he wrote.
what
you
he
can tell
was-
he wrote.
You heard Chance
Can't even
what?
find this stuff.
Well, it's not even necessarily
Bars
hearing.
or-
No, not necessarily hearing Chance himself, but you can tell that Chance had influence on that album.
Oh, I
like
see.
Travis had influence on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Hey,
Okay.
think?
I see where you're
You
going.
think?
I see where
that's
you're going.
early
T.
though.
It was early, but I still think
I feel like
I
that's
still think that
I see
that's
where
where he
you're
got that.
going. I
When
don't
he
know
went
if I
to
agree
that
with
dark
that.
shit,
I don't agree with that.
I do.
I don't know if I agree
Where
with
was
that.
Travis at? What
Exactly.
year was that?
Where's Travis in the basement at that time?
No, he was working with Ye during that time.
Nah,
But Travis sounds
look
the
it up.
same. That don't sound
Look
like
it up.
Travis.
But who knew?
Oh,
But
yeah.
was
I'm telling you.
Travis wasn't Travis Scott
Not
No.
yet.
2010,
Not yet.
was he?
Not
No.
yet.
He wasn't the Travis that's today. No.
Okay.
Travis is
But
how
he's
old is
first-
Travis?
He was very dark initially to the point where I halfway didn't want to listen to his shit because I felt like he
23?
was on some.
That
other-
definitely was not Travis.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
No.
Nah, that wasn't
Go-
Travis.
Yeah, it
Nah.
was.
T is dug
That-
in that
So
was
Travis
Travis
Scott.
Scott.
Travis
Not
Scott would have
because
been
you know-
15.
Watch
What's
that.
the name? Travis Scott got a story about lying to his parents that he was in school or his mom or whatever,
Yes.
but he was spending all the money on
Yeah.
Okay.
studio time and all that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Nah, that
So-
was
so
that was
you-
Kanye at his best. Of
Yeah.
creativity.
So you
Yeah.
out on that in terms of the Travis influence.
That, but what I do want to say,
Appreciate it, fellas.
what I do want to say, as far as the chant and 7-song thing,
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear another 7-track project ever from good
Ever?
music.
Why y'all mad at that?
Because I need more, man. Like it
works.
You know how hard
if
it is
if
to
you want to
drop
drop
seven
7
dope
songs,
records?
but
It's hard,
who's still
man.
talking about those albums
I'm
other
not.
than
Exactly.
other than Pusha T's album and like he said Tiana Taylor.
I like Tiana
Out of those
Taylor's.
4, you talking about Nas because it's Nas,
And Tiana's was
and he
8.
also just made the news within the past couple days because one of the songs sampled on there
We'll
was
come
from
back to
somebody
that.
else's shit.
We'll come back to that one.
But
Okay.
I'm not really
So-
feeling the
'Cause
7
I'ma
track.
take-
I missed that.
So here's why it's unfair.
Okay.
Because I can name an album that I thought was dope that I
Mhm.
forgot came out. I thought the Nipsey Hussle was. I thought it was a hard album.
Album
Yeah.
of the year, in my opinion, rap wise, so far.
I have not went
This
back
year?
to- I have.
this year.
Oh.
I got nip.
Oh, we can debate that.
Y'all want to do it? We can talk about.
But
finish your
yeah,
thought.
fin-
Finish your
so
thought.
so here's my point of that.
Drop bombs.
It's
I'm gonna go ahead and hit the.
sorry. It's up for debate.
Mhm.
It's album of the year. Okay,
Right,
let's just
right,
say
right.
that. I don't know, but I have not gone back to revisit that
How
album.
many times did you listen to it though?
I listened to Nipsey this morning myself.
And over how many?
But-
how long of a time?
But here's my point of what I was going to say. So like, I think it's just the microwave system of music, man. It
Right.
has something to do with it. That's why I'm okay with 7 tracks. I went to Nas. I like Nas. TC didn't like it, but
Cop shot the kid.
Cop shot the kid.
That's the best
Cop
song
shot-
on there.
Cop shot
Nah,
the kid.
I
I
Cop
did
shot
rock
the
with the
kid.
cop shot the
Cop
kid
shot
though.
the kid.
That
Cops
was
was
dope.
cold.
I think I think the
Best
Nas.
song
I
on
think
there.
Problem had shock. It was like a shock. It was a shocker that it hit you. It's like you jumping in a cold swimming pool because you wasn't ready for Nas to rap on those beats.
I wasn't at all. I thought the beats were.
But you wasn't ready for that because that's not what Nas.
I was
does.
we
ready
was
for
ready
Cop
to
Shot the
hear
Kid,
the
though.
album that he said was out on Khaled shit.
Yeah. So
That's
That's the
that's what we
album.
was ready to
So-
hear.
Nas album done.
Nah,
That's the
yeah.
album I want.
But-
I want that album.
but 7 tracks is okay to me.
So here's the problem with 7 tracks.
Okay.
If you're gonna put out 7 tracks, they all have to be dope. They all have
See,
to be
that's what I
dope
think.
front to back.
There's
if you're
no
gonna drop,
holes on
there's-
how many
you
tracks?
can't
How many
have- you
tracks
can't
is
have
on
fillers.
beat? Commons beat.
11.
B.
10.
10. And all of them cold.
Illmatic.
10.
10.
Maybe 9.
But it
10.
was 10, right?
I can give it 9 because it had like a skit in there.
On Illmatic?
Illmatic.
Yeah, it was like maybe like a 1 minute.
It's 10 records
joint.
on Illmatic though, right? Not.
Hey, Jay Morgan-
Moore's
Maybe
fact
9.5.
We're gonna check, but
Jay Moore
but,
fact
but the
checking.
thing
Yeah,
is,
check,
it's like
fact check.
when B dropped,
Yeah.
10 tracks was not a lot of songs,
Bingo.
but every single song was dope front to back. Like it was
Yeah.
just like every song was like I can play every single one of these songs. I could press play on this mug.
That's how you know B was cold. Like you can run records off
I still need that food joint though. By the way, I still need
the original food.
I need the
He's
original
never heard the
food.
original food. That joint is cold. But with B, when B came out, you can name records off B immediately.
Yeah.
You start thinking Faithful, Testify, It's Your World, like B, like you can start naming those immediately.
And ironically, that Kanye produced that. So
yeah, he
but
was in his bag.
None of these new projects that Kanye was a part of, to me, are anywhere close to like repeat value as what a beat is.
None of them
for
have.
short.
None of them have
Because
that,
they
that
all dropped it.
stand out joint
At
though.
all.
That just knocking you. You know what I'm saying?
They don't.
None
They
of 'em.
don't.
Because it all dropped in 1 month. I
But
think
that's on him.
That
and
is on him.
and that's the
Do
problem.
you guys
and
think
that's
that
the
has something
problem.
to do with it though?
I think
What's that?
I think it worked for what he wanted to do. I think his goal was like, let me just take over 3 months. 2 or 3 months, realistically.
1 month.
Really one, I guess. I
Yeah.
guess
It was all 1 month.
It was a
yeah.
month and a half.
Month and a half, I say.
But you know, like that's what he was going for. He even mentioned it when he talked about the 7 tracks. I think it's a great idea
Yeah.
if the music matches that. To me, the music just didn't match it. I listened to all of those joints one time. I'll be the hater. I don't really care. I listened to it all, and I was just like,
someone to put in his glass.
and there were a handful of joints that I did like, but overall, I probably like maybe 20% of the entire projects of all of them.
Do you think it was because? Do you think it was because like
It was rushed.
if he
Very rushed.
It was rushed from a producer, somebody that produces music and mixes and has put out projects.
I hear flaws
I hear
everywhere.
flaws.
Maybe he was
Yeah,
sitting
I
on them
hear flaws
shits.
everywhere.
I liked
No,
I
I think
You
he
was sitting on them?
made those. I think he made those recently.
Like, he just
Because
went in
remember,
and
he
just-
said he scratched one version of whose project did he
Push.
say he scratched?
He
Push.
scratched his
Pushes.
own. He
scratched
scratched
his
his
own.
own.
His own, yeah.
So he
Because he
scratched
made all that noise and then didn't address nothing he
The
was
TMZ
talking
Oh
about.
blow
no, he
up
didn't.
joint.
He
It's
didn't scratch Push. It was the
was-
album art that he changed scratched.
no,
but for
That's what
his
it was.
but for
But
his
for
actual
ye-
project
for his
Oh,
himself,
shit,
for
yeah.
Kanye.
because you remember when he
himself.
wowed out of TMZ, right?
Yes.
They say he scratched his whole album in
Yeah.
between
From
that.
that.
And when it came out,
Yeah.
and it sounds like it if you ask me.
My thing is that it's
3 for
Kanye
7.
West. It's Kanye West. We know what Kanye West can do.
Yeah,
This is not Kanye West's best material to me.
at all.
But he ain't been giving his best material.
Well,
Yeah, that's a good point.
then let's
His
go ahead and
last
stick
good-
him in
his-
the. We
his
can put him in
last-
the. We can put him in the used bin then.
His
For me,
last
I mean,
good shit.
no.
His
Ooh,
last
that's
good
heavy.
shit. His
Jay
last
Moore
good
even
shit
said
was
ooh on that one.
what?
Jay Moore said he on the
His last
used
good
bin.
shit was to me was Yeezus.
See,
But
Of everything.
like Yeezus?
I said his last good. So after Yeezus
I like
is
Pablo.
what? Only Pablo and
Pablo
Ye?
was
I'll
better
take
than
Pablo
Yeezus.
over Yeezus, bro.
way over.
Yeezus was trash.
Nah, man,
We
you
got
gotta
anything
go
that says-
back. You
AD,
gotta go
we
back
got
and
anything that says trash on the keyboard?
Yeezus
Give me-
was
I don't think
nasty.
we do.
you
Give
gotta
me
go
something
back
for
and
Yeezus.
listen, man.
Yeah, I'm cool on Yeezus.
It's not bad.
I like
I
his
did
his
initially.
mindset.
I like some songs on there.
some songs.
Yeezus
Come
is
on,
trash.
I like his creativity.
you don't like
on
black
it.
skin heads?
Well, I mean,
video was
but
cold.
the song,
Okay,
though.
you like blood on the leaves?
I
Yeah,
like
singles.
Blood on
You know, I mean, there's songs though. Like, but as a whole,
Can't hold my liquor. I'm
Stupid.
gonna just
That's
keep going.
trash.
Trash.
Yeah, that
Huh?
was
On
trash.
site was trash.
With Chief Keef.
Yeah,
that was trash.
I like
I take
that
Pablo
track.
way
I like
over
that
Yeezus.
track.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Pablo.
How many
over
tracks
that.
off Pablo you like? Give me them. Run
like
them.
4.
Father Stretched My Hands.
I like
Yeah.
4.
the not Tiana Taylor.
Look, he fucked up off the one.
Ultralight Beam.
Oh, that
2.
That
Yeah,
was
they like
cool.
the Wolves
Couldn't
joint?
remember that.
And the I like the
Uh,
Mad Lib joint,
I like the Wolves.
which is like
No more
what's
parties
his name?
in LA.
Waves
No
Don't
More Parties in
Die.
LA is-
See, we keep.
Yeah.
No more parties in LA, of
is
course.
8 years old when it dropped. It
And
was
it's-
like
and
6 or
and
7 years
and
old
it
when it
still
dropped.
was
Look at
cold,
that.
man.
Look
Shout
at
out to
that.
Mad
Look
Lib.
at that.
Yeah, and,
Look at that.
and Kanye and Kung Fu Kenny blacked out on that joint.
Yeah.
That was cold.
But it's Kenny, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
you
Yeezus
gave
was
me
whack.
4.
Yeezus was whack. I gave you
mine
one
was
on
4.
Yeezus.
Mine's
I
always
gave, I
4.
gave you 4 off Yeezus, and Yeezus was like, what?
You really like
I
Yeezus?
Can't Hold My
7
Liquor
seven
was
tracks?
not a
It's
I
trash.
can't hold my liquor
It
was
was
not
about
a hit.
10. It was about 10, I think. 9 or 10. I think.
Bound 2.
Bound 2 was good.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
mess with that one.
I can't hold
He
my
got
liquor.
Can't hold my
Trash.
liquor was trash. though.
Nah, it's
That was
more.
super trash.
I'm not. Let me look. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah,
what
New
it is.
Slaves.
I like
Wasn't even
New
on
Slaves.
New
Good looking
Slaves.
out.
New
Yeah, I like
Slaves.
New Slaves. New
Thank
Slaves
you.
was cold. That
Come
whole
on, we at
campaign
5. We at
and that
5.
roll up. Hold on, man. I got. Hold on.
This is what Kanye's doing right now.
Hold on, man. I got.
We at 5. I'm Yeezus creeping up, man. Y'all only gave me 4 from Pablo, and that's just like 20 tracks. And I gave you 5
What's
from
the joint
Yeezus
with
out of
Tiana
10.
Taylor dancing and shit in the
Oh,
video?
that- yeah.
Yeah, Fade.
But that's a beat.
It's still it's dope.
That's a beat.
It's
'Cause
dope.
ain't no- ain't no-
We
Roll
talked
up, roll
about it a lot.
What up?
Our
I
stand,
like
we
that
talk
shit.
about
Rock the boat.
microwave society. Our standards are so low that we're literally debating whack ass albums.
That's true.
You know what I
right.
mean?
He's
Like,
right.
I mean, these albums aren't great. I mean, there are great albums that have dropped in that time. Like, if we can we really compare a Kanye West album with a Kendrick Lamar album?
Not now. No.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, can you really compare like a Section 80?
If
a
My
Good Kid,
Dark Twisted Fantasy came out the same year,
that was that was 2010.
Right, I'm saying.
You know what I
if.
mean? So like all of new Kanye stuff is. Then again, this is commercial music too. It's
Facts.
Is this really hip hop? I don't know. I mean, it is, but it's like it's pop music at this point. Just like we say, Drake is pop.
But
You know,
the
like
thing is, you're tagging like. So is it fair to say because he produced it, you're comparing it to a Kendrick album? So you would just have to take Kanye projects because we're saying like it's a Pusha T, and we're automatically saying that's a Kanye album, and it's
Fair
not.
enough.
You know what I mean?
Fair
Like,
enough. Let's just
we don't do that with anyone else.
Well,
you know what I mean?
okay.
I like the Push T album.
We can take
Chill,
that. We
man.
can take that though. But we can take that. We can let's just use Kanye's 7-track project.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Yeah.
To
It's
me.
garbage
To me. To me.
It's
Like I
So
said, I never said it was garbage.
I never. I'm not-
felt-
I know we've
I
had
felt
this.
the
We've had this
energy on it.
conversation.
I
mean,
kind of
Oh,
felt where
Kanye
it was
shit?
trying to
Yay?
go. Yeah.
Three
I
I
out
felt
of
like
felt
he,
where he was
felt
trying
like
to
he
go.
was trying.
I
to
didn't
go.
like the whole thing though.
anytime you have
1,
to say
2, and
And it's,
3.
that's what I'm saying with 7 songs. I need to like your whole project
Anytime-
because on a lot of
Yeah.
projects that come out, song number 7 is the slapper. Think about it.
And number 3.
Look
But
back
yeah.
at some albums. Song number 3 and song number 7 are always slappers.
I remember I used to do that with.
You know what I'm
albums,
saying?
See which track was
Which-
like.
which
Straight up.
boy?
And out of them,
I guess
Pusha T, I guess he ended his shit talking shit literally.
Yeah.
So that makes his
And for
kind of
real.
qualified.
Kanye tried to with the daughter talking to, about his daughter. on the
Yeah.
last
Check this
track.
out though. Check this out though.
I like Kanye. I guess I'm a
I
I'm
mean,
a
I do
minority
too.
in it.
I do too, but he just been fucking up.
I don't like. I don't dislike Kanye.
No, I don't-
just,
I don't-
you know, I don't
We
dislike.
gotta
that
hold
that.
album-
Kanye accountable, man.
How many
That's
tracks
all I
out of
said.
that shit you give?
Out of his new one,
Yeah,
He's still
yeah.
on that, man.
I haven't went back to it yet.
Doesn't matter.
shit.
What?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it since it came
Yeah.
out.
Really,
I've
either?
gave it replay value. I have. I
First
mean,
3, 1 through 3. That's it.
Oh, here you
Nah,
go,
I gave it
man.
replay value. I
That's
guess
it.
I'm a minority.
No,
in the,
man.
and I guess it's almost kind of like you said, Longevity earlier.
album.
I separate the bullshit away from
Right.
the music. You know what I mean? And I liked it, man.
I mean,
I'm
I can
sorry.
I can separate that musically. I just
Yeah.
as a musician myself, when I see it, it just seems rushed and lazy to me. So when I listen to it from my lens,
I would
also as
agree.
a blogger, as a tastemaker as well, you know, like those two things are unique. I'm a little bit unique in that, and so when I listen to it, it's just like I can hear 3 other projects that drop the same day as him that are way better than his that nobody's going to listen to. So from my point of view, it's just like, why give Kanye that energy when I feel like these people should be getting
because
that
it's
energy?
Kanye.
Fuck Kanye at that point.
And I think
So I mean that
I mean,
he kind of earned.
Tell him
I
why
will
you
say
mad.
he earned the right for people to check his shit out.
For
He
sure.
did
He
earn-
did earn that.
He didn't earn the right to put out trash,
He
and we
did.
don't say nothing about it.
Yeah,
he didn't earn
that's
that
true.
right.
You know,
saying it's
We got to
trash.
hold him accountable for the trash. That album is trash.
And I think what happened was, man, do y'all think, and can y'all agree with this? Like, separate yourself from everything.
all right.
The bullshit with Trump
Mhm.
kind of made you go in with the negative energy
It
behind the music. So, in fairness,
Not
that
really
kind of
though.
made you
It
go
made me
in.
look at him sideways.
You know what I'm saying?
It definitely
Like,
did.
Yeah,
But I guess from my point of view, I don't
Oh.
take that separately. I don't take that separately when I listen to his music. Like I can differentiate the
subconsciously
difference,
you are going
but I'm
to.
not because
Nah,
I
I'm
see
really
the
not.
red MAGA hat as soon as I turn that shit on. I'm like, you know what I mean?
I guess again, coming from where I'm coming from, I do run a blog and we've had over 10,000 posts that we posted.
Gotcha.
So I listen to music like that. So I can listen to just that and be like, zone out and listen to it. Now, whether I share it with people is different. That's when that hat would come on. But my opinion on the music itself,
But in
it's
the
just not
fairness, he
there.
talked about that in the music.
he did.
So
Kinda.
it took you to
Kinda.
it.
But it
he
wasn't
talked about
good.
the Trump.
It
You know
just
what I mean?
wasn't. It just wasn't
I
good
got
to
you.
me.
I
That's
got you.
you know.
And to his point, we always talk about this conversation. The perspective of someone that actually spends a lot of time in music is going to always be different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm different. So like, I mean, like
And
I understand
I'll admit
that.
it
So
because I'm the same way. I'm going to hear it differently.
I got you. I got you.
Even when you compartmentalize and separate everything and just go on the music where he said where you zone into it, we're going to hear it different.
I got you.
You know what
It's
I'm
like
saying?
watching boxing with a person who boxes. Like, bro, I
Exactly.
don't want to hear it talking about his
Exactly.
pivot.
Exactly.
His pivot was weird. I'm like, I don't want to hear that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So
So,
y'all
yeah.
you're hearing the drums and like, yo,
I'm
listening
hearing
for
all that
everything.
shit. But not
shit
only
was not mastered very well.
not all
either,
that,
though.
the mastering,
I didn't
the
really-
sequencing, all that stuff is just
I don't
like
have that ear.
cringing
Yeah.
to me.
And
It's
I-
just like it just felt rushed.
And I can't help
You
it.
know,
Like this
that's
is
the
something
main
that
thing.
you can't turn off easily. So I gotta approach it that way. It's just the
Yeah, I
gift and the
got you.
curse, I
I got you.
guess.
So y'all being a little bit more technical than we.
And,
I
and
can't
shout
help
out
it.
and shout out to brother to the night because we had a conversation and we were talking about different music
Mhm.
and he went into the mixing part of it
Yep.
and I'm like, bruh, I heard something totally different than
Yeah.
what he heard.
But
You
again,
know
And that's
what I mean?
fine.
But
yeah.
again, we talk about the microwave society, right?
yeah,
So mixing is not as important now as it used to be.
not at all.
All these things that we talk about are it kind of makes me want to cry a little bit. Not really, but when you talk about like how these elements are just not as important as they used to be.
Nowhere
it's like,
near as important.
It's like
Why?
the intricacy in My Dark Twisted Fantasy is crazy. It's not just the music.
That
It's
shit was
like
orchestrated.
it's how he put it together. Like it sounds amazing.
When you
too.
put your headphones
Yeah.
on, you hear pieces of like, ooh,
There's
did
shit-
you hear that? You know what I
There's
mean?
shit all
Yeah,
over
I
the
agree,
place
I
in that
agree,
one.
I
This
agree.
new one just sounds like he made it in a month.
Yeah, I hear
T,
you.
to your
It's just-
point, to your question about why we always talk about the microwave generation. That's where we're in. So now the attention to detail, the time that it took to master and really work on records, it's not there anymore. Now it's like, yo, we'll throw a mix on it real quick. Let's get it up. Let's get it uploaded. Get it to the blog. Boom, put it out.
And
Like,
and people
that's-
most people don't care about that.
At all.
So like the general consumer when they listen to music be like, oh, this is hard. Let's say, oh, this is hard. That's the word, right? Oh, this is hard. This works.
Yeah.
Oh, I can feel that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yo, they putting
That's
shit
it.
out and it's to you, but they're still mastering it. So you go back and listen to it 2
You get
days
the rough
later,
draft.
and the shit's different.
You getting the
Like
rough
Kanye
draft.
switched up some
Kanye's the
words.
OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
He'll
Yeah.
tell you, like, yeah, this ain't the final one. We still mixing on it. I'm like,
Why'd you
where
put
are
it
we
out?
at? What'd you put it out for?
I think that was the rush you guys are talking about. He gave
is.
those
It
dates on
is.
Twitter, and he had to stick to
And he
it.
had to stick to
That's
it.
this is
and
the second album he's done that too, though.
he
He
did
did
it
it
with Pablo too. He did it with
Yeah.
Pablo.
He went back and switched some shit on Pablo.
Changed songs
So that's
around
like
and
the.
shit.
But I think it goes to the-
He did. He added like extra shit. And
Yeah.
everything.
But what I think
Yeah.
what happens is I think Kanye is trying to figure out like the like you said, the microwave society.
He's trying to fit
Let
that.
me give you
Right.
this pre-cooked food, and then when it comes out, it's like throw in the microwave. Okay, here it is.
and
you
the
know?
fact that he has the capability and the power and the to do that is where the brilliance comes in.
and we
But
still
that's
buy
where
it.
but what's it that but that's where it
Facts.
stops.
He giving
I
y'all.
give Dre his props, but that's where it stops. That's
He-
where it's at. Like he's doing it, but the music still ain't that
But
good.
times change, bro. I mean,
music don't change.
but times has changed. We used to love. I mean, you can go to a person who says, "All right, I still, when I was roommates with DJ Limelight, he was big on records.
Yep.
Yeah, and then it changed, right?
Then you had, the Serato
Serato
came. It's
popped.
like, records. The old school record DJs are still holding on to that.
Shouts to Limelight.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? And it's like, sorry guys, these new age kids coming in with
Right.
the Serato, and it's
Yeah.
like, let's push play and go. You
Yeah.
know
So
what
we're,
I'm
so
saying?
we're talking about records real quick. We're under about 5 minutes. I want to make sure
What about?
we
you're
are we
right.
good on time. I think we're about 5 minutes.
You're
under
right.
5 minutes.
You paying
So
attention?
real
I'm drinking
quick.
from the chalice, so I'm
it's
not
all
really
good.
sure.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
Little
We only got
sloshy.
5 minutes left.
Yeah, it feel like it's been it went
Right.
quick, right?
Quick.
But
too
I'm going
quick,
around the
too
table
quick.
because we talked about albums, right? And you talked about album of the year, and I said Nip.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw it around the room real quick so we can kind of put a bow on everything. I'm coming your way first, DJ Jay Diff, because I
see.
like how you
got
how you in
two.
your chair. Album of the year to date, rap, hip hop category. Talk to me.
Rap,
My vote.
rap, hip hop.
Rap. This is the difference these
for
days.
2018.
Yeah, 2018. My vote
I got
is
two.
Nipsey Hussle Victory Lap. That's my vote. To that you say what?
Man,
That's my vote.
I don't know, man.
There's
Charity
a-
Starts at Home is a really good
I
album.
forgot about
Not
Fontaine.
Charity-
Not Charity
Charity
Starts
Starts
at
at
Home, but
No News is
No
No
News
News
is
is
good
bad
news.
Good news. Oh, I forgot about
That's a
Fontaine.
good album.
I love Fontaine. I'm
That's-
biased. to
That's
Fontaine.
why initially.
I
was
don't know.
like-
I gotta think
I'm
about
biased to
that.
Fontaine.
I mean, I got
biased.
two. I can give you two. My two are Black Milk and No News is Good News. Black Milk's
Ooh,
Fever.
I forgot about Black
That
Milk.
Black Milk is solid.
Great instrumentation. Dang, I forgot about that. I'm a huge Fontaine fan, so
But Fonte, No News is Good News is definitely
it's right
the
up
one.
there with Nip. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right up there
Those
with
two.
Nip. T, talk to me, man.
I don't know.
Hey, don't say nothing from Future, man.
I'm not, bro.
Straight up, man. No dark
Now we
side
feel.
stuff, bro. We've been having this argument since we was in college.
I'm not.
He represents the
man.
dark side.
Dark
Don't say
side.
anything from Future, bro. Talk to me, man.
I don't know, man.
Give me something. Just throw it out there. They gotta be.
That's like on the spot.
The
Though,
year
man.
is still
Like,
over.
damn.
Just give me something that's it.
What
that
you been
you're
playing, though?
thinking.
This
Yeah, what you been
year-
playing?
What you been playing the most?
What you playing the
this
most?
year that I played-
Well said.
That's
This-
a better question.
The albums that I've played the most repeatedly this year that got the most replay value have been J Rock's album.
Oh, I forgot
Yep.
about
Win,
that.
win, win.
I know I was-
Fire.
Yeah, it's a dope
This
ass
album
album.
was fire.
Yeah, it is.
I still got Nip over J Rock.
Mine is Future's part.
I think I like
Might
J
as well
Rock's
Future.
over Nipsey's.
I got Nip over
J-
J Rock.
I like that J Rock.
J Rock's cold,
That's J
though.
Rock hard, dog. That probably got the most.
That's the most
replay.
spin right now.
Drake got a lot of spin out of me. I know y'all
I
don't
see
like
Jones.
it. I
I
know
see
he
Jones.
cringe. He's cringe.
You say
I
Drake?
mean, I've
I-
listened
I
to the
like
Drake, but
Drake
it's
album.
not.
I like
It's
it.
not up for record of the year, album of the year. I don't think
It got some. It got some shit on, man. Do you like
I-
the track with him and Hov?
I bought.
that track is hard.
It's hard as
I bought my
Yeah.
kids presents for
Man, he got
Christmas. I'm a good
Man,
father.
he got like 3 songs on there like that.
I
Out of
love-
like 2 discs.
I love my
man.
kids. I wanted to hide them from the world.
I think the Pusha T album is one of the
Come on,
dopest
man.
of the year too.
Pusha
though.
T.
That's where I was
That
going.
was my
Yeah.
third one.
I was going with Push.
Jones, talk to me, man. What you got?
Yeah, I was
What
going.
you listen to?
I was going with Push.
Push?
I'm gonna go with Push.
Push
Just
right now? Over everything?
Nipsey hard though, man.
You can give me 2 or 3. You ain't got to pick one. me 2 or 3.
I go Push just because you said Nipsey already.
I fool with Nipsey.
That's
man.
hip hop though.
Nipsey and Fonte probably in the lead for me.
That's hip hop shit.
Yeah.
Internet just
Thank
dropped
you.
the
I
album.
was sleeping.
It ain't had time to breathe enough
Who?
for me. The internet.
Okay, they're
I
talented.
ain't heard it.
Yeah.
But it's not hip hop. But yeah.
Yeah, they did. But I'm just saying albums.
And
that
shouts
are-
to everybody that made that Black Milk show last week.
Yeah, that shit was
that
dope.
was.
It's dope to see him here, man.
Yeah,
I
he
missed
killed
that
that
Sir's album is cold.
Oh,
but-
that-
I forgot.
If we
Y'all-
talking full straight projects,
Yeah.
Sir's
Oh, okay,
project is my
yeah,
favorite
Y'all up
project.
on
this year.
Sir?
Oh
Yeah.
Okay.
that album cold.
Okay. Real quick, before
West
we get out of
Coast.
here, I want you gentlemen to pub anything that you got going on before we wrap it up. I know we're a little bit overlong.
No, we good.
Pub anything you got. Pub it.
Yo,
you got it.
you can find us X Texas High Pod. That's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Stitcher, and on
Yeah,
iHeartRadio
now, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Congratulations,
Shout out to
brother.
Bong
there.
bong.
All of our episodes. I just said that shit, didn't I?
Yeah, it's
Find
all
us on
good.
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Crown.
Yeah, I know the Crown. Crown got me. And then
August 4th.
any questions?
Oh.
You know,
Any
you guys
events
want to
com-
reach out to us, whatever.
Any events
Texas
popping
High
you guys got
Pod.
coming up?
Yeah.
Gmail.
Yeah, TexasHighPod@gmail.com.
Okay.
And then events, we have the Adult Field Day that we hosting.
Okay.
We're doing that with Drunken Nights Podcast.
I gotta be
Everybody
there,
come
man.
up,
For
I
sure.
gotta
come
be
out,
there.
show up.
It's
It's,
a- it's
a
an
win
Adult
that
Field
day.
Day.
It's a donation for teachers.
Yeah, fundraising for
Word.
teachers.
I gotta come show love for that.
yes.
What's the date again?
It's August 4th, 3 to 7 p.m. at Psalms Park.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's music.
Shelter
on the-
3.
It's on the
Music-
north side, right?
Yeah,
Castleton area. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta
Music.
show love.
Yeah, we got some music, food,
Okay.
DJ.
Yeah.
We're gonna have adult games. Yeah,
Word.
the mission is bring supplies for teachers. Teachers usually have to buy a lot of their supplies. They get I think between $100 and $150 each year to
Oh,
buy
wow.
supplies for kids or supplies for them to have in the class in case
Right.
a kid doesn't have the supply.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
provide it
Gotcha.
for them.
Right.
So we're doing a fundraiser for the teachers. So bring supplies.
Okay.
Yeah, check us out we'll have a list out on our social media. So yeah,
Yeah.
check us out. Please come.
All right. Jay Diff, you got anything popping?
Yeah, I got hip hop night at Square Cat.
Thursday.
Square Cat.
Square
Square Cat.
Square
Hip hop
Vinyl.
night.
Okay.
Curated
Found Square.
by Sonny. Yeah.
Okay.
With myself, Nappy Nude, Be So Deep. Excuse me.
Be so dep.
Be So Deep. Look at me.
Okay.
Chantel Massey is actually the feature. Petey Boy and Will Stomp.
PD just dropped a project too.
Jamar, what up, baby?
Yeah.
Word,
You from the
word,
city. You from
word.
Mary.
Yeah.
Word.
So
That's
that's
a
going on
Square Cat.
Thursday.
Okay.
Tonight.
Yeah, it's going on
Yes,
tonight.
indeed. So stop by Square Cat Vinyl and Found Square.
Word. Lon, you got anything popping?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Well, we appreciate you, brother, sitting with us, man. Episode 91, New Orleans
for having
Podcast.
us.
Salute, brother. We
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
y'all both.
You supposed to come back, right?
Yes, sir. I owe y'all one. I will be back.
Okay.
Yes,
For
sir.
sure.
Yes, sir. So, AD, we appreciate you doing what you do, brother. Red August don't do shit. Jay Moore, we see you in the back. Make sure y'all check us out on bringingdowntheband.com. Go to our Patreon as well, patreon.com/New Old Heads. And again, shout out to Coleman Dental, 317-255-8546. No bad ideas. And who am I missing? Team
Print-
Backpack.
and Printfinity.
Printfinity. Support your local
always forgets
companies.
Printfinity.
I like
He
Printfinity.
does.
They
He
take
does it
care
on
of me.
purpose.
Wait till y'all see my line from Printfinity. We will see y'all next week. Peace.
His line.
Yeah.
It's also my line.
Got a line?
Yeah, I got a line coming from Printfinity.
His line.
Sweats. We got everything for the ladies. Major 7 for the ladies, man. We got
Take that,
everything
take that.
coming.
Major 7 for the ladies.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.